Welcome to the F-Bound Podcast. I'm your host, Shannon Schroeder, Executive Function Coach. I help neurodivergent women learn tips and strategies to improve the life skills that will help them be successful. Focusing on progress for self-motivation. We all know perfection isn't possible, but a lot of people seek it anyway. If you're constantly chasing perfection, you're probably setting yourself up for stress and burnout. Instead of striving for an impossible ideal, focusing on progress helps you build momentum and keeps you moving forward. For neurodivergent people, this shift in mindset can be especially freeing. Self-motivation plays a huge role here. It's the fuel that helps you celebrate small wins and keep going, no matter how messy the process might feel. Progress, not perfection, is where real growth happens. I know I've said it hundreds of times, but I'm going to keep saying it until you believe it. Understanding the impact of perfectionism. When we talk about perfectionism, it might sound like a positive trait at first glance. After all, who doesn't want to aim for high standards? But the relentless pursuit of flawlessness often feels less like ambition and more like running a marathon with no finish line. For neurodivergent people, perfectionism can be even trickier, intertwining with the unique ways you process the world. At its core, perfectionism is the persistent need to meet unrealistically high standards, often coupled with harsh self-criticism. It's not just about wanting to do a good job, it's an all-encompassing fear of making mistakes or being perceived as anything less than ideal. Common characteristics include all-or-nothing thinking, viewing outcomes as either perfect or complete failure, fear of failure, and intense worry about disappointing others or themselves, difficulty delegating, believing no one else can meet their standards, procrastination. Ironically, perfectionists might delay starting tasks to avoid the stress of not meeting their goals. These traits often go hand in hand with feelings of inadequacy and an endless cycle of not being good enough. If this resonates, you're not alone. Many people unknowingly tie their self-worth to their ability to be perfect. Psychological effects of perfectionism. While striving to improve isn't inherently bad, we should try to do and be better. That's why we're here, right? Perfectionism often leads to detrimental effects on mental health. Imagine trying to climb a ladder where every rung feels slippery. It's exhausting and discouraging. Here's how perfectionism can wreak havoc. Anxiety and stress. The constant need to live up to impossible standards creates chronic tension. Procrastination. Perfectionists often delay tasks because the fear of not getting it right becomes paralyzing. This can lead to missed deadlines and mounting pressure, creating a vicious cycle. Burnout. When you're always pushing yourself to the limit, it's no wonder exhaustion eventually sets in. Depression and self-doubt. Repeatedly feeling like you've fallen short can erode your confidence and overall mental well-being. For many neurodivergent people, perfectionism can amplify existing challenges like sensory sensitivities or executive dysfunction, making daily tasks feel unreasonably complex. Perfectionism in neurodivergent people. Neurodivergence refers to variations in how people's brains work, including conditions like ADHD, autism, and dyslexia. For people with these traits, perfectionism often takes on a unique shape. Why? Because the world isn't typically built to accommodate your way of thinking, leading to an even stronger desire to fit in or prove yourself. In people with ADHD, perfectionism can look like chasing multiple unfinished projects, overwhelmed by the need for everything to be flawless. Those on the autism spectrum often report hyper-focusing on details to avoid mistakes, which might lead to emotional exhaustion. What's more, perfectionism in neurodivergent people can mask symptoms, making it harder to seek support. For instance, someone might overcompensate for challenges by working twice as hard, giving the illusion they're fine, when in reality they're far from it. It's no wonder why so many women went undiagnosed for most of their lives. The truth is, perfect doesn't exist, especially in a world that thrives on diversity and uniqueness. For neurodivergent people, learning to embrace imperfections can be a superpower, not a setback. By breaking free from perfectionism, we can focus on what truly matters, making progress one step at a time. The benefits of focusing on progress. When you focus on progress rather than perfection, everything begins to shift. You're not trying to reach an unreachable ideal. Instead, you're building a foundation for growth, resilience, and self-motivation. This mindset allows you to measure success in small steps, making the journey feel less overwhelming and more fulfilling. Encouraging self-motivation. Progress is like fuel for self-motivation. Every step you take, no matter how small, reminds you that you're capable. It's satisfying to check off a box on a to-do list. That satisfaction builds confidence and keeps you moving forward. When you focus on making progress instead of being perfect, you create a feedback loop of positivity. Each achievement, even the tiny ones, reinforces your ability to succeed. Over time, this builds momentum and makes self-motivation second nature. It's not about reaching the finish line in one go, but appreciating the journey itself. Taking small, consistent steps fosters resilience and productivity even in challenging situations. Reducing anxiety and stress. Perfectionism cranks up the pressure to a point where it's hard to move at all. On the other hand, focusing on progress gives you room to breathe. You're not trying to fix everything all at once or hit impossible standards. Progress inherently acknowledges that mistakes are part of learning, not a failure. Tracking even small wins can drastically reduce anxiety. Progress-based thinking allows you to focus on the step ahead, not the entire daunting task. This removes the overwhelming weight that perfectionism adds to your shoulders. Cultivating a growth mindset. The concept of progress ties directly into developing a growth mindset, a belief that abilities and intelligence can grow through effort, not just innate talent. By celebrating small wins, you teach yourself that improvement is always possible, even if things aren't perfect right now. When you embrace progress, you're rewiring how you see challenges. Instead of viewing obstacles as evidence of failure, you see them as opportunities to learn and adapt. This mindset shift fosters flexibility and perseverance, qualities essential for personal and professional growth. A growth mindset lets you value the process over the outcome. It reminds you that success is cumulative, built on daily habits and effort, not a single perfect moment. Over time, this approach reinforces your ability to bounce back, adapt, and keep moving forward. By embracing progress and all its imperfections, you're not just avoiding burnout, you're setting yourself up for a life where growth and self-motivation thrive. Strategies to embrace progress over perfection. Perfection might seem like the ultimate goal, but chasing it can hold you back. Instead, focusing on progress allows you to grow steadily and build resilience. 1. Set realistic goals. Big goals are exciting, but they can also be overwhelming. Break them into bite-sized, achievable milestones that can keep you on track. Think of it like climbing a staircase. You need to take it one step at a time. Small wins along the way build your confidence and fuel your motivation. 2. Celebrate small wins. Who says celebrations are only for big moments? Recognizing even your tiniest achievements can do wonders for your self-motivation. Achieving progress, even in baby steps, deserves a moment of acknowledgement. These mini victories act as breadcrumbs, reminding you that you're moving in the right direction. So how can you celebrate your small wins? Share your progress with a friend or family member. Treat yourself to something you enjoy, like some downtime or a snack. Write your accomplishments in a journal to reflect on later. Celebrating isn't just fun, it rewires your brain to focus on positivity. 3. Practice self-compassion. Progress isn't always linear, and setbacks are part of the process. Instead of beating yourself up over mistakes, try treating yourself with the same kindness you'd offer a friend. Self-compassion helps you bounce back and keeps you motivated for the long haul. 4. Use affirmations for self-motivation. Words have power. Positive affirmations can help you reframe challenges and keep progress at the forefront. They're not about ignoring difficulties, but reminding yourself of your strength to overcome them. Here are some affirmations to get you started. I am proud of the progress I've made. Each step forward brings me closer to my goals. I am capable of learning and growing every day. Saying these aloud or writing them down can serve as a quick motivation boost. 5. Create a supportive environment. Your surroundings play a huge role in your ability to focus on progress. A cluttered, chaotic space can drain your energy, while an environment designed for growth can propel you forward. The people around you matter too. Supportive relationships can be the wind beneath your wings. Simple ways to create a progress-friendly environment. Declutter your workspace to reduce distractions. Surround yourself with people who believe in you and your journey. Incorporate reminders of your goals like vision boards or sticky notes with motivating quotes. By rethinking how you approach your goals and setbacks, you'll find that progress becomes not just attainable but deeply rewarding. Each step forward matters. Take a moment to assess areas where you've already grown. Maybe you've become better at managing your time or improved your ability to stay organized. These wins may seem small, but acknowledging them builds confidence. Progress doesn't mean perfection, it means advancement. By thinking this way, personal growth becomes less intimidating and more exciting. There's no need to rush the process. Celebrate what you've accomplished and notice how it encourages you to keep going. I hope you enjoyed this episode of the F-Bomb Podcast. Thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe below and check out my show notes to learn more about my Facebook group, courses, and membership.